me check my device here. All right, just making sure I wasn't still connected to my earbuds because if I was, sound was gonna record from way back here somewhere where I got them sitting at. But man, I have been taking I don't want to say a lot of time, but a decent amount of time away from everything. Like I have really had to spend some time in the studio for a while because I just started this studio around February. All summer long, I pretty much missed the whole summer. I did a lot of content in the studio though. We started the audiobooks and stuff like that, but as far as music, I missed all summer. And so I have been locked in this room for I don't know how long. And it's been something that I've really been thinking about regarding music making because this isn't my first studio, right? However, it is my best studio. It's just not my first one. And I'm done. I'm done. Like, I'm done with gear for a while because, heck, I ain't really got it like that no more. So, everything that I'm running is what we gonna live with for a time. But as far as making music, I remember days when studio sessions wasn't about getting people in and out. It's like studio sessions now, studios, period. The business model of making music is about getting people in and out. And at some point in time, you do got to follow some sense of a schedule, right? There has to be a start time. There has to be a place when you say, this is where we end. And I think this is good enough right here. Because if you don't put a time limit on what you're doing, like you can literally tweak the same song for weeks. I have been I have been tweaking the same two beats for 48 hours now. I just made my first two beats in almost 8 years. Before 8 years ago, I produced beats about like maybe 12 years. And so I had a good 8-year gap, but studios these days are just not fun anymore. Like the art of making music is becoming more like a turnkey operation rather than something you have fun with and actually produce art with now. I mean, you got AI taking over music. It's like, what's the fun in that? Like, they are signing AI artists now, and there's really no fun in that. Like, I don't even see the point in people being gifted anymore if a word prompter is going to be taking all the shine. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, there is a point. There's going to be a point in time when AI cannot do something, right? It's not going to solve every problem. But it's all becoming a bit of a turnkey operation. Like the art of even making beats is a big turnkey operation. It's okay, let's get something somebody can record to and let's push it out and let's start with another one. Right? At some point, yes. Yes, like you want to wake up, you want to grind, you want to get stuff done. Like you want to be able to have a body of work that people can choose from when they actually want something from you, right? Like I don't see the point in you just having one beat and was like, yeah, I spent all year on this beat. And it's like, but it's one beat, right? But it's all becoming a turnkey operation. Nobody, and I mean nobody, will hardly anybody really take the time to cook. That's the main point of what I'm trying to say. People don't cook anymore. Why? Why don't people get in the studio and cook like they used to? Every now and then you might see people cooking, right? And what I mean by cooking, okay, is really you sitting down with every part of the process as far as people are concerned, every part of the process, and creating projects from scratch. The person that's making the beats is the sound engineer, unless you got another guy there that do that, right? The artist, they sit there while the beat being made. They help the beat maker make the beat. Like, hey, you think you can do this instead? Yeah, I think that'll sound good. Well, how about we take that drum off right there and then just do something else to kind of fill in? Yeah, I think that sounds good. People don't do that no more. It's everybody go shopping for a beat already made, already slapped together, probably made with AI or something like that. And you you download that beat and you go to a studio where somebody don't care about the beat. They probably don't care about your music either. They just want the money and you need the time to record. And it's like at some point you do gotta have some of that, right? Because you ain't gonna be able to get in and oh man, let me put my phone on vibrate. Never mind. I'm gonna end my stream. Like you're not gonna be able to be in the same room with every producer all the time. I mean, they got stuff to do, but people used to have their beats made, and while they beat is made, they're writing their songs while the beat is being made. And like you would have just one basic loop, right? Like a 8 bar, maybe a 4 bar loop, one basic loop. Right? No drops, no breaks, no intro, just no nothing. Just one basic loop. And everybody writing a song to that one basic loop that pretty much sum up what the beat gonna sound like. And then you go and record to a beat you just got made for yourself. When you buy your studio session, you buy your beat. You getting your beat made is your studio session. We don't do that no more, man. It's like, and you wonder why. It's like after a certain year, and it really don't matter what genre the music is. I think a lot of music have become, I don't want to say repetitive, but dry, dead, stale, lacking in life, feeling, emotion. Like it could sound good all day long, but it's something not there that give the listener the impression that a person put this together. It's like after a certain year, people stopped getting together and coming up with stuff like that. I remember when I first started my studio. First, I was like what 16 years old. I'm 34 now. I started my first studio when I was 16. All we ever did was cooked. I didn't have right like I didn't have like my verse wrote and then somebody else got their verse wrote and then we get together and do it. Like no, we sat in the same room and we listened to the same beat over and over and over. I'm listening to him writing his verse, he listening to me writing my verse, and I'm like, oh wait, you said what again? Oh well, how about we split the last verse? And it's like, you know what? Yeah, it's just something not there with it no more. People don't get together and cook. Like the person making the dough is just making the dough. And then you got the person next to them slicing the pepperonis. And then you got the person next to them washing the dishes. And then you got the person next to them taking orders. And then you got the person next to them doing something else, right? It's all a bunch of turnkey, you know, it's like the art of music making has become a big vending machine, a big giant vending machine. You go on this website, you download this beat. You don't know the producer. The producer could care less about you, except for the money you spending. And you go to some engineer and you put that beat on his computer. He don't care that the beat sound trash because all he there to do is record you so he can get paid, which if that's what you're doing, fine. Like I'm not against that, but what I am saying is that we need to bring back the days when people would get together and just make stuff from scratch. What made me start thinking about stuff like this? Because I started I started watching a lot of documentaries of one of my favorite music producers. I make gospel music, by the way, but I started watching documentaries and videos and vlogs of one of my favorite music producers, which is Zaytoven. And I noticed that when Zaytoven came up, right? He was the producer that made like a lot of Gucci Man stuff. He produced the album for Lecrae too, about maybe 5, 6 years ago. Um, but I noticed that when Zaytoven had his studio before he was famous, part of your studio session, it was getting your beat made. When you bought a studio session, you got a beat, and that beat was your beat. It wasn't, yeah, like, I make you this beat, but then I'm also sell it to so and so across town, and then I'm also let somebody else use it too. And it was like, no, you bought your beat, and that was your beat, right? Part of the package of you getting a session is your beat, and everything is made for you. I think we really need to bring them days back, man. It's time and place for the turnkey stuff, right? I mean, because sometimes I don't want to make every one of my beats. Like there might be something I want to rap to that I don't know how to do, right? It might be a time and place when I gotta go to another person's studio, right? It might be a time and place when I need somebody to just play drums and guitar and keyboard because I don't want to sit here and piece all this together like that. And I don't know how to do any of that. Like I can mix it, like I can put it in loops and patterns and all of that other stuff. I can master it, but I don't know how to play instruments, right? But every part of the process need to come back together again. If you want a drum loop, instead of you hooking up with a drummer and y'all sitting down together and y'all piecing that together, no, you get on a website and you buy a drum loop now. Like it's crazy. And then like you want to know what kind of problem this is having? Everybody sound the same. Stuff is being done too fast, but it's not sounding as good as it used to. Copyright claims. Just it's becoming one of the biggest issues in the like in the music production community. Copyright, content ID. Let me talk, please. Hey, what's going on? You know what? I don't even know how to invite somebody on here. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. This is probably like my third stream, and I have no idea how to bring somebody on. But let's see if I can figure this out. Dang, I don't know how to do it. I ain't even gonna lie, I have no idea how to do this. But yeah, I mean, like everybody's got a copyright claim issue. I mean, it's like 30,000 people making the same, I mean, like making music to the same beats. Like nothing sounds unique anymore. And another issue we got is this, and this really do happen a lot in my city. And I'm sure there's other people's cities out there. Oh, so wait, I'm saying this. I don't know what we. Oh, so like this happened a lot in my city, right? Every time a certain sound of music become popular, everybody start copying that popular sound. Instead of somebody saying to themselves, okay, that sound is already popular. Maybe I can't ride that wave. By the time I get started with riding that wave, it's gonna be a new wave. And that put everybody in the position of just being behind all the time. Nobody say to themselves, okay, let me avoid that wave. I might pick and choose like different elements from that style or that sound, and I'm gonna just create my own wave out of it. I wish people in my city really caught on to that a whole lot. Like it sound like everybody in my city want to sound like Detroit artists. Everybody in my city want to be drill rappers. And I'm like, don't y'all know that by the time any one of y'all get noticed off that music is going to be played out? And I've seen this going on from way back in the days of when Soldier Boy came out. And I was part of that crowd too. Like I was part of the wannabe Soldier Boy crowd too. Like I was only like 15, 16, 14, something like that. Like, and I had to stop and think, I'm like, how come we all do this? Like, you know, Soldier Boy come out, everybody riding that wave. Who else came out? Oh, I remember when the futuristic era came out. The futuristic era, like y'all remember that? The Young Galley, the Young Dro, the Roscoe Dash, and the Travis Porters and them. Everybody was riding that wave. I'm like, bro, like that's a wave right there that's sure to die. Like I guarantee you, it sound good right now, but it's too corny to last. It might come back later, but that's not gonna be something that stick around forever. And I'm like, man, and it seemed like this is just a never-ending thing. Everybody just ride waves instead of say, like, let me create my own wave. Even if you got to pick and choose different elements of a wave. Like some of the beats I make, right? Like they got a trap sound, but they sound different than that. Like it's like you can tell that there's trap elements in there, but it's no way, shape, or form a trap beat. Like, you know what I'm saying? You like, I don't even know how to call that, but it's still got the same elements in it though. Everybody like using the same instruments, which I mean, like you run out of instruments to use. Like everybody gonna always use the same instruments, but it's just becoming a thing where people are more focused on getting stuff done faster than making sure that you actually have fun. Because believe it or not, you can hear the fun people have in the music they make. Like you really can. Artists might not know that, but listeners do. I can listen to a song and I can say this sound like they was having fun during that session. It if you go back and look at some of like Zaytoven's older stuff, they all had fun in them studio sessions. And they was probably paying him like $3,000 just for a studio session. Just for one studio session. That included your beat, that included your time it took you to write the song, that included you getting the song recorded, that included mixing, mastering, actually breaking the beat down and making it into a whole song instead of the simple 8-bar loop, right? I mean, because there's ways to save your time, but like that's the difference between why some people make it and why some people never make anything out of what they do. Like, it's not even about making it. Are you able to start something today and turn it into something? Like, other than just being some side hobby you wish you could do something with. It's like people don't really have enough value on their life's work to see it as something that's not just about pushing out products. Like, you want to leave your stamp on everything you do. And it's hard to leave your stamp on everything you do when you take all the human element out of it, all the life out of it, all the fun out of it, all the headache out of it, all the process out of it. Everything is just automated, just automated. And it's hard not to live that way in this day and age when now you in competition with a computer program, AI. And that mean what? You can't out push AI. AI can push out more products than you can spell the word product. But there's one thing you got that this automated world don't have. You have imperfection. You have the ability to have fun while you do it. And you can put that stamp on everything you do. You have the ability to create a style that just belong to you. You have the ability to make memories when you do stuff. And you got the ability to become somebody as a person and not as a brand or something like that. Who you are as a person will always be stamped in the work you do. And that's if you make it. When I got ready to start making them audiobooks, and I'm probably on like my third or fourth one. I haven't put any out in like the last few days because I've been making beats, but I got to record another one tonight. But I had one choice or the other. I said I can literally read all these books and record them, or I can sample my voice and I can have AI use my voice and generate these in minutes. I could have got the whole Bible done already within the last like couple weeks. It just wouldn't have sounded like a person. It wouldn't have sounded like somebody was having fun doing something. It wouldn't have had the imperfections and that emotion and that human touch. And music these days is lacking human touch. See, everybody's having fun with this AI stuff right now because they liking how easy it is to push out product. But it's going to be a matter of time before people start paying top dollar for something that have human touch. It's not about it being perfect. It's not about it being done fast. It's about, it's their life and what it is you consume. If there is no life in what you're consuming, then like you really got to remember you are what you eat. It's just like eating junk food every day. If it's made up of things that have no life in it, it's not putting life into you, which means like you can't bring forth life in everything you do. And that includes music. A lot of people these days don't have time to live. It's all about work, business, money, work, business, money, work, business, money, work, business, money. When's the last time you just had a chance to struggle with something? Like, don't you know you can hear the struggle in the music people make, even if the music is not about struggle. It's like people's lives are not about living life, it's about staying on top of it. And you can hear that in the music these days. I mean, nobody take the time to just say, how about we all get together and we could just sit, like I could be on the keyboard and you could be on the guitar, you could be on the drums and so for the vocals. We could just get in the studio and just cook something and see what we come up with. Well, I mean, like, do we got a name for the song? We got to no. Let's just have fun until we make something. That's really what it's all about, though. And see, like this world of people becoming superstars and things like that, and you see how artists do things as a superstar, as somebody that's signed to a label when you already got millions of dollars behind the time you spend creating product. We tend to model our come up off of how we see people that have already came up. That's not how you come up. Like, you don't come up by modeling yourself after what you think it's like on the top of the hill. You got to ask yourself, what got them up that hill? Like, I'm not quite worried about the stuff they doing on top of the hill. What actually got them up the hill? It was a whole nother way of living, a whole nother way of approach, a whole nother way of being. Them putting their heart and soul in what they do and having fun and just hanging out until they come up with something with the intention of coming up with something. Like, don't downplay work, right? But them just being who they are and letting who they are speak in what they do is what got them up the hill. And now they up the hill. Now they somebody else's robot. Yeah, I need 3 albums this year. It's like, wait, I don't even got 3 singles to make this year. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, we think the way we see them do it is the way we should do it, but like, the way they doing stuff now is not the stuff they were doing that got them noticed. It's the stuff they doing now that they are. Like, have y'all ever noticed that every time a music artist become industry, their music sound dead? It's like it sound better. It sound more produced. It sound more expensive. But something about it just don't got the same character that it had when they were still underground. Have you ever noticed that? Every time I listen to an artist that is not mainstream and then they become mainstream, it's something there that take away the character in the music that they once made. It's now a turnkey operation. Turnkey operation. And you wonder why so many people become mainstream and they just get depressed. It started off as doing what you love for a living. And now it's become the thing you love has become the one thing that runs your life. And now you don't have any more real life to put behind doing what you love, because what you love is in front of you having a life to live. Honestly, like, these are just really some things to think about, y'all. But long story short, man, I just really wish we would bring back the days when artists, producers, musicians, engineers all got together in the same room. Vocalists, songwriters, whoever, all got together in the same room and just hung out. You know, like 3 days, 2 days, something like that, and just cooked. Just cooked. But other than that, y'all, that's all I really want to say today. I thank y'all for stopping by, to checking out the stream. I'm about to finish making this beat. So y'all have a pretty good one. Peace. Yo, can I get a shout out? Oh yeah, you can get a shout out. I'm trying to see what your name is called. Nah, I'm not giving you a shout out, man. I don't I don't I don't like the I don't like, I don't like what your name is called. I apologize about that one, but y'all have a good one. Peace.